Alright, I got more of a collection update for you guys. This is going to be part 17, I believe. And kicking off this part, we have Bee Movie. And it's a movie about bees. And it's PG, 91 minutes. And I don't see any cast information on here. So, yeah. Alright. Let's get some of these other stacks down a little bit. Next up, we have the 8-movie Beethoven collection right here, which has Beethoven 1, Beethoven's 2nd, Beethoven's 3rd, Beethoven's 4th, Beethoven's 5th, Beethoven's Big Break, Beethoven's Treasure Tale, spelled like a dog's tail. Instead of T-A-L-E, it's T-A-I-L, and Beethoven's Christmas Adventure, with the first one being PG, the second one being PG, 3 through 5 are all rated G, Big Break and Christmas Adventure are PG, and Beethoven's Tale is also PG. But they have different reasonings for being PG for 2, Big Break, Christmas Adventure, and Beethoven's Tale 2. There we go. The ones I just listed. Anyway. I've seen, I think, 1 or 2 of those. Don't remember exactly which ones, though. I think, I want to say the first 2. And then I think I started the 3rd one and got sidetracked. Next up, we have Behind Enemy Lines with Owen Wilson and Gene Hackman. And those are the only 2 names that I recognize on the back of the case here as well. It's PG-13 with a runtime of 105 minutes from 2001. Right here. Next up, we have Bewitched, the movie special edition with Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell. This is a movie about rebooting the title series as within the movie. Who else is in this? Michael Caine is in here. Steve Carell is in it. Christian Chenoweth. Yeah. Here it is. This one's PG-13, 102 minutes, and came out in 2005, it looks like. Next up, we have Beyond the Lights, right here. And this one is also PG-13, from 2014, and 116 minutes. Danny Glover is in it. And this is the only name that I recognize on the back of here. So we can move on. Next up is the OG animated BFG, which stands for Big Friendly Giant. Right here. I think I like the animated one a little bit better, but the live action one is a faithful adaptation as well. I just think it looks a little more interesting in animated form. This one's not rated, 90 minutes long, and I don't see any cast information on here. Looks like it came out in 1989 originally. with this particular package being from 2016, I think. So that's cool. Up next, we have the live-action BFG movie. Right here. Trying not to have a glare on it from the overhead light. This one is PG, 118 minutes, and looks like it's also from 2016. I want to say just the DVD was in this. When I bought this, I'm pretty sure I just got the DVD version, even though this is a Blu-ray case. That or it's the other way around. In any case, I want to dual format both of them and get a DVD for the one I have a Blu-ray of, and vice versa. I get a Blu-ray for the one I have a DVD of. Next up, we have Bibleman Genesis, Breaking the Bonds of Disobedience, and it is a farce. It's a fun farce, but it's a farce. Great for kids ages 6 to 10. Yeah, that sounds about right. It is 60 minutes long from 2006. And I don't recognize any of the names listed on the back of here. So yeah, we're gonna move on. Next up, we have Bibleman Genesis, Conquering the Wrath of Rage, which I imagine is probably just as much a farce as the other one was, but I haven't watched this one yet. This one's also an hour from 2006. Looks like just a bunch of cheesy fun. Because of the farce nature of those, I don't have them with my religious titles. I have them with my G through PG-13s. Up next, we have Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams, Sam Neill, and those are the two names that I recognize on the back of here. So yeah, Bicentennial Man. I haven't watched this one yet. I really should. I keep hearing really good things about this. It's rated PG, 131 minutes. Looks like it came out in 1997. So there we go. Next up, we have Big with Tom Hanks and what else? This is the only name that I recognize on the back of here. This one's PG, 104 minutes from 1988, and it's a fun one. I mean, just look at that. They're dancing on a life-size piano. How much more fun is that? Can you get from that? Fun stuff. Next up, here's where my other copy of 50 First Dates is. It's under B for Big Daddy. It's a Adam Sandler 4-movie collection with Click, Big Daddy, 50 First Dates, and Mr. Deeds. All of the above are PG-13 for different reasons. Click isn't all that good at all. Big Daddy was off to a good start. It's another one where I got sidetracked. 50 First Dates is awesome, and I haven't tried checking out Mr. Deeds yet. But let's see if I recognize any of the cast members from the other three other than 50 First Dates, because we already talked about that one. We got David Hasselhoff in Click. Of course, Adam Sandler. All four of these have Adam Sandler in them. Sean Astin is in Click as well. And on to Big Daddy. Cole Sprouse and Dylan Sprouse are in Big Daddy. Rob Schneider's in it as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Rob Schneider's in a lot of things with Adam Sandler. And for Mr. Deeds, we have Winona Ryder joining Adam Sandler. And those are all the names from those other 3 titles that I recognize, with runtimes from top to bottom. From top to bottom here, we have 107 minutes for Click, 93 minutes for Big Daddy, 99 minutes for 50 First Dates, and 97 minutes for Mr. Deeds. Next up, we have Big Eyes with Amy Adams, a Tim Burton movie here. Who else do I recognize back here? Terrence Stamp, I recognize his name. Krysten Ritter, she's Jessica Jones in the MCU and the Netflix MCU. Terrence Stamp, I think, was the voice of Jor-El in Smallville. And then we have, those are the names that I recognize on the back here. In Canada, this is PG. It doesn't have an American rating here, which is funny because there's a little sticker that says Made in the USA on the back here. Runtime is 106 minutes. Yeah, so here we go. Next up, in a thinner case, we have The Big Trees with Kirk Douglas, who I believe is Michael Douglas's dad. It's 89 minutes. In color, doesn't have rating information on the back here, but here is Big Trees. Looks like it's about majestic redwoods. Next up, we have a 4-movie fantasy adventure collection featuring The Curse of King Tut's Tomb, an ancient evil is about to be unleashed, Blackbeard, pirate rogue adventurer. The Poseidon Adventure contains 40 minutes of unseen footage, and Merlin's Apprentice, right here. In that same order, we have 170 minutes for Curse of King Tut's Tomb, not rated, but has a violence warning, and is from, I think, 2005. It has a Canadian 14A rating, which I think translates to PG-13 in America, but for some reason it says not rated violence. Merlin's Apprentice, 185 minutes. I think I got halfway through this. I want to say that one's on a double-sided disc. Actually, I think there's only 2 discs included in this. Yeah, there's 2. So Merlin's Apprentice was on the back of one of the discs. And it's not rated and contains violence, mild profanity, and it's Dove approved for ages 12 and up. From the Hallmark Entertainment. Blackbeard is 169 minutes, not rated with violence and profanity. So far, all 3 of those have been from 2005. And then the Poseidon Adventure is 173 minutes, not rated with violence and profanity. Again, it has the 14A Canadian rating. As far as the cast, in that same order again, with cast members that I recognize the names of, if any, I will state which ones they are. I don't recognize any of the cast for Curse of King Tut's Tomb. Sam Neill is in Merlin's Apprentice, is being the only name that I recognize. And I don't recognize any names for Blackbeard here. And as for the Poseidon Adventure, we have I think Adam Baldwin, that sounds familiar. And Steve Guttenberg, sounds familiar for some reason. Combined, all of them have a combined runtime of 697 minutes, and the collection itself came out in 2008. So yeah, here's that. Next up, we have one of these annoying paper cases for Blue Collar Comedy Tour, the movie. I recognize Larry the Cable Guy because I've seen a few other things with him in it. I think including as a voice actor in some things. It was the only name that I recognize on the back of the case. This is rated PG-13. 106 minutes. Came out in 2003 or thereabouts. And the inside of the case looks like that with a chapter index or scene index, however you want to refer to it. Okay. So next up, we have Blue Collar Comedy Tour rides again with majority returning cast. Once again, Larry the Cable Guy is the only name that I recognize on the back of here. This one came out in 2004. It is not rated. It has a Canadian 14A, so I think it follows suit with the PG-13, and is 106 minutes. So here we go. Got it for $1. Hard to argue with that. Next up, we have Blue Collar Comedy Tour, One for the Road. Again, returning cast. Right here. This one is also not rated with a 14A Canadian rating for mature theme, language may offend, which to me screams PG-13, but there you go. 108 minutes, came out in 2006. And contrary to the color, to the lack of color on the image of the case, it is in color. It says color on the back of the case as well. Next up, we have, this is five movies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 movies in a Girls Rule movie marathon collection right here. And I'll read the titles and their ratings and whatnot off the back here. Up first, we have Josie and the Pussycats, which is PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour 39 minutes. Alan Cumming is in this one. This is the only name that I recognize on the little blurb at the top of the thing. When I turn the case around backwards, I'll try and point towards where the name is. Then we have Honey, which is PG-13 as well, with 1 hour and 34 minutes. I don't recognize any of the names listed there, except Jessica Alba. I recognize her name because she is the early 2000s Invisible Woman in the Chris Evans Fantastic Four movies. And she's appeared in other things as well. That's her most notable role in, as far as I'm aware of. Being a Marvel fan, of course, that would be the most notable one for me. Then we have Blue Crush, which is PG-13 as well, 1 hour and 45 minutes. And no cast information is provided for that one. I think that's the only one from this collection that I've watched, though, so far. And then we have The Perfect Man, rated PG, 1 hour and 41 minutes. And this one has Hilary Duff in it. Hers is the only name that I recognize. And last in this collection, we have Head Over Heels, which is PG-13, 1 hour and 27 minutes. And Freddie Prinze Jr. is in this one. Okay. inside, there's some more cast information. Rosario Dawson is in Josie and the Pussycats. I recognize her name from Ahsoka on Disney Plus. And the rest remain as I said with as far as recognition of names. But yeah, here's the back of the case. Right here is Alan Cummins' name is. I also know him from Marvel stuff. He was the OG Nightcrawler in live action X-Men movies from, I believe, X2, X-Men United. Next up, we have Bloodshot, and wow, is this an amazing movie. This is awesome. This stars Vin Diesel as this character who's basically immune to damage because he has most of his body was replaced with nanotechnology that just self-replicates and heals any injury or illness, which that doesn't sound so bad. That sounds awesome, actually. Let's see, who else is in this one, though? With Vin Diesel. Guy Pearce is in it. Yeah, and this was PG-13 with a runtime of 104 minutes and came out in, I believe, 2020, right at the start of Hoaxdemic. That is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Next up, we have Entertaining the Troops, Bob Hope, Collector's Edition, right here. Approximate running time of 620 minutes, black and white and color, not rated. Here we go. There's a little guide thing on the back here, or inside, I should say. Oh, this has the original air dates for these specials, so that's kind of cool. They're not in chronological order, or I mean release order. It's essentially the same thing. Chronological can be release order sometimes. But yeah, okay, cool. Next up, we have Thanks for the Memories, the Bob Hope specials, right here. This one is approximately 964 minutes with black and white and color entries, and none of it is rated. Lucille Ball is in at least one of these. I recognize her from when Mom used to watch I Love Lucy. Mark Hamill, obviously he's well known for being Luke Skywalker. Olivia Newton-John is in it at some point. Looks like the Muppets might be in it. That's interesting. Vincent Price is in here as well. Burt Reynolds, John Wayne, Brooke Shields, Raquel Welch, FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Clinton, JFK, Harry Truman. They're all in here, or a reference to or something. Ronald Reagan's in here. Okay. Lots of stuff in there. Alright. So yeah, here we go. Next up, we have The Book Thief, which I recently rewatched. In this we have Geoffrey Rush, which, if that name sounds familiar, Captain Barbossa, Pirates of the Caribbean, would be why. This is PG-13. I recently rewatched this one. And it came out in 2013. It was 131 minutes, set in Nazi Germany. Good and a sad story. Next up, we have Bolt with John Travolta and Miley Cyrus. Not a big fan of hers, but that's okay. I like the movie itself. 96 minutes. It also has a Super Rhino short. Rhino's the guinea pig here, or hamster, I think. That short is rated G, and the movie itself is PG, from 2009. And there's no other cast information on the back of the thing. So here we go. Nothing on the inside. No inserts or anything like that. Next up, we have The Boss Baby 1 with Alec Baldwin in here. Excuse me. Music by Hans Zimmer and Steve Mazzaro from 2017, 97 minutes. PG rating. There we go. We also have Boss Baby 2 Family Business right here. This one is also PG. I'll have to take the slipcover off. Alec Baldwin reprises his role in this. I haven't seen the second one though. Additional cast information. Same two names for the music as in the previous one. That and Alec Baldwin's are the only names that I recognize. It's an hour 48 minutes from 2021 during the midst of the hoaxdemic. Then we have the 5-movie Jason Bourne with a B 4K collection. This one has Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne Legacy, and Jason Bourne included, as well as a bonus disc. Here's what the back of the box looks like. All of the above are PG-13 for different reasons. They all have their own runtimes, which we'll get into when I show the cases themselves. Yeah. So I'm going to set this back for a second. So here's the 4K case for Bourne Identity right here. We got Matt Damon, Brian Cox, and those are the only two names that I recognize on the back of here. As stated previously, this is PG-13. with a runtime of 1 hour 59 minutes from 2002. And I don't really think they've had a miss in the Bourne franchise. I think they're all pretty good. The original is spectacular. Then we have Bourne Supremacy right here. This one is 1 hour 49 minutes from 2004. Picks up pretty much right where Identity left off. In this one we have Matt Damon again, Brian Cox again, and Karl Urban joins the cast here. So that's cool. And as stated above, again, this is PG-13. Then we have Bourne Ultimatum here. This one is 1 hour 56 minutes from 2007. This one has Matt Damon in it again, obviously. He's in 4 of the 5. He's not in Legacy. This one's 1 hour 56. I think I already said that though. Moving on. Next up, Bourne Legacy. This one stars one Jeremy Renner. And let's see. This one has Jeremy Renner, Edward Norton, Rachel Weisz, Oscar Isaac. And those are the names that I recognize on the back of here. And this one came out in 2012 and is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Which I think, yeah, makes this one the longest of the bunch. But I like all of them, like I said. And last but not least is Jason Bourne, or Bourne 5. This one has Matt Damon returning to his iconic role of Jason Bourne. And Alicia Vikander and Tommy Lee Jones are in this one as well. This one came out in 2016 and is 2 hours and 4 minutes, which I think makes it the second longest. And then this was the little bonus disc case here. It just reminds me of those old Netflix envelopes a little bit, where it opens up there. Right here has a bunch of information about what's included on here with the bonus features, and it just slides in right there on top of all of them. And to have the titles facing out, I have to have it facing backwards as far as this is concerned, so that the titles themselves are facing that way instead of this way like the rest. Oops. Next up, we have The Box with James Marsden and Cameron Diaz. This one is PG-13, 116 minutes from 2009, it looks like. Excuse me. Right here. Next up, we have Brave, the Blu-ray DVD combo, collector's edition, right here. It says that there are 3 discs, and that is true because there's a Blu-ray feature disc, like the feature film, a Blu-ray bonus disc, and a DVD movie disc. This one is PG and 93 minutes long from also 2012. Okay, then. Nice. Next up, we have Breakthrough. I don't recognize any of the name. Oh, I do recognize one of the name on the front. My bad. That's Topher Grace. He was Eddie Brock / Venom in Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. But his is the only name that I recognize on the back of here. This one came out, I think, in 2019, and is PG with 114 minutes. The reason I'm a little uncertain with that one is because I got this one at Walgreens, and sometimes they have discrepancies on the cases that had inaccurate information. Like with the horror movies, I pointed out that Missing is actually PG-13 when the case says it's rated R with rating information found online. It is in fact PG-13. So that's why I'm a little uncertain on the actual rating and release year for this one. But yeah, I haven't checked it out yet. Next up, we have Breakthrough Strategies for Autism Spectrum Disorders, right here. And there's no runtime information on here. Looks like this came out in 1974 or 2007 from a 1974 program. It has 12 segments that are as follows: Introduction, My Recovery from Autism, the Autism Treatment Center of America, Joining, Facilitating Skill Acquisition by Capitalizing on Your Child's Own Motivation, Teaching Socialization through Interactive Play, Helping Children Unlearn Challenging Behaviors, which sounds like something Yoda would say, honestly. You must unlearn what you have learned. Creating a work/play environment which maximizes interaction and learning. The parent is the child's best resource. The critical element, a non-judgmental and optimistic attitude. The Sunrise Program Startup and Other Services, and the Myth of False Hope. False is in quotation marks for some reason. So was unlearn. So yeah, I haven't checked any of those things out yet. Sounds like it would be pretty interesting. I wonder if this booklet has any like runtime information in it or for those segments that I listed. So far, it does not appear to. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any runtime information in here. So I do not know how long this thing is. Next up, we have The Breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. And this one is PG-13 from 2006, an hour 47, with over 15 minutes of deleted scenes and extended scenes and outtakes. Aren't deleted scenes and outtakes kind of the same thing? That's my thought process, at least. That's what I would think. Who else is in this? Jon Favreau is in here. Vincent D'Onofrio. That's interesting because he's currently Kingpin in the Daredevil series, Daredevil Born Again series. Of course, Jon Favreau's Happy Hogan, as well as the voice of Pre Vizsla and technically the voice and body of Pax Vizsla in The Mandalorian. But you don't actually see his face in that because that is not the way of the Mandalore. Yeah, okay. moving on. Next up, we have Brick Mansions, my bad. Brick Mansions with Paul Walker. This includes a PG-13 and an unrated cut. And I'm guessing any additional information is on the case itself under the slipcover. It does. Looks like a 90-minute runtime. Doesn't have a runtime for the unrated version, so I'm guessing probably the same runtime for both. From 2014. And there's the back of the case. Same as the slipcover. Like that. Alright. Next up we have Bridge of Spies. This is a Steven Spielberg movie starring Tom Hanks. And looks like him and Steven Spielberg's are the names are the only ones that I recognize on the back of here. This is PG-13 with 141 minutes and came out in 2016, it looks like. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have seen this. It's just been a really long time. So yeah. Next up, the last stack for this particular video is this one here. And this one has Bridge to Terabithia right here with Josh Hutcherson and Anna Sophia Robb. I'm guessing that's her name. And those are the two names that I recognize here. This is PG for 96 minutes and came out at least on DVD in 2007, which means I'm guessing it probably hit theaters in 2006. So, yeah, okay. Next up, we have a 4-movie collection, which I think are all in black and white, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are. Okay. So I'll go ahead and show this and then show under the slip cover because it has rating information and runtime information on here. That's interesting. It says that there's 2 discs in here, but I'm pretty sure there were 4. And that none of them were double-sided. These are from top to bottom with the rating information, which is the same on the slipcover here. We have Philadelphia Story in black and white with 112 minutes. None of the above are rated, by the way. Bringing Up Baby, black and white, 102 minutes. Adam's Rib, black and white, 100 minutes. And Woman of the Year, black and white, 112 minutes. As far as release years, those are given on the back here as well. Bringing Up Baby came out in 1938, was renewed in 1966, whatever that means. Philadelphia Story came out in 1940. Woman of the Year, 1942, and Adam's Rib, 1949. Katharine Hepburn is in Woman of the Year. And Adam's Rib as well. Actually, she's in all of them. And yeah. Okay. So that's that one. Nothing on the inside. Put the slip cover back on. surprised none of these slipcovers are giving me any trouble today. Knock on wood. Next up, we have The Brothers Bloom with Rachel Weisz, Adrian Brody, and Mark Ruffalo right here. This one is PG-13, 113 minutes, and came out in, looks like 2008, before Mark Ruffalo started playing in the Hulk in the MCU. Robbie Coltrane is in here as well. He was Hagrid in the OG Harry Potter series. I just have to say OG now, Harry Potter series, because there's going to be an HBO Philosopher's Stone series for Harry Potter 1, which is called the Philosopher's Stone this time instead of Sorcerer's Stone like the movie is. But yeah, I personally enjoyed this movie. My parents, not so much. Next up, we have Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey. Lots of Jim Carrey humor in here. Also features Morgan Freeman and Jennifer Aniston. This is PG-13, hour and 42 minutes. Release year, unclear. Oh wait, 2002. My bad. Alright. Next up, we have The Bucket List with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Looks like they're going on a bunch of adventures in this one. Looks like. I haven't seen this one yet, but it looks pretty good. Let's see. Jack Nicholson, Morgan Freeman. Those are the only two names I recognize on the back of here. This one is PG-13, 97 minutes, and looks like it came out in 2007. Okay. Oh, and there's a disc in here still. That's interesting. I'll have to deal with that. I'll take that out for right now. And when I go to take these particular cases down to my room again, I'll have to put that in the waiting room. Next up, we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, with Kristy Swanson and Donald Sutherland being the names that I recognize on the front. Are there any additional names that I recognize on the back? No, there are not. This is PG-13 from 1992 with a runtime of 86 minutes. Right here. There's Sutherland. Alright. Next up, we have A Bug's Life Blu-ray DVD combo. I did have a 2-disc DVD version before this. Kept this case. This one also has the Pixar short of Gary's Game, rated G, and the movie itself for Bug's Life is also rated G. 95 minutes. This particular copy is from 2019, but the movie itself is older than that. It came out, I think, between Toy Story and Toy Story 2 back in the 90s. Yeah. Alright. Next up, we have Bully PG-13 version. I want to get the R-rated version, original R-rated version, and if there is one, an unrated version in addition to a Blu-ray. I want to get 3 more copies of this thing. I enjoyed this movie. It was it's more or less informative about how important it is to end bullying. As if the skip sign over the word bully wasn't hint enough that it's about ending bullying. That is what the message here is, to end bullying. This version, like I said, is PG-13. It actually says PG-13 version on the front and on the side of the case and the back as well. With a runtime of 93 minutes. And this came out in, looks like 2013. Right here. I enjoyed this one. This was a good one. Next up, we have Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid with Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Right here. This one's PG from it's like 1997 for this particular copy. It looks like the movie itself is from 1969 and is 110 minutes. Interesting. All right. I've heard references to this movie before in other movies, but haven't actually watched it myself. Next up, we have Calendar Girls with Helen Mirren and Julie Walters being among the cast members. This one is PG-13. We also have I'm trying to find the release year here. Looks like approximately 2003 is when it came out. Because it's because it won Best Actress in 2003, apparently. 2004 DVD release. 108 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Next up, we have Can't Buy Me Love. Right here. This is PG-13 for undisclosed reasons. It just says some material may be inappropriate for children under 13, which is what PG-13 means. It's 94 minutes long, and I don't have an inclination towards when the when the movie came out. More information on the inside of the case, so here we are. And I don't recognize any of the names listed on the back here. I'll have to check that one out for myself to figure out if I recognize any of the other cast members or anything like that. Next up, we have The Undersea Adventures of Captain Nemo in a slim cartoon case here. The episodes included for 150 minutes are The Tuna Trapper, The Fish Bomber, The Devil's Doorway, The Coral Maze, The Mine, at the Bottom of the Sea, Wild Water and Oil, The Silver Sea, The Ice Menagerie, Behind Bars, Shark Patrol, Dolphin Express, and Collision at Sea. This particular collection came out in 2004, but I don't think that's when these episodes were airing. It could be, but to the best of my knowledge, it's just when this particular packaging for it came out. The animation style looks a bit older than 2004. Next up, we have a Blu-ray DVD combo of Cars from the Disney 100 Blu-ray collection here. This one is rated G. The Blu-ray itself came out in 2023 for this 100 Disney 100 collection. And I want to say the movie itself is actually from the early 2000s. Yeah, 2007 it looks like. 127 minutes, or sorry, 117 minutes, my bad. Includes Mater and the Ghostlight short film from Mater Tall Tales, or Mater's Tall Tales, I should say, as well as a one-man band short, which is rated G. And the case itself looks different than from the slipcover here. No designs or anything like that on the inside, so we can move on to the next title here. Next up, we have Cars 2. This one's also rated G and it came out in 2011, 106 minutes. And this is one of those things I think that has the voice of Larry the Cable Guy from Mater, if I'm not mistaken. Which it doesn't say on the back. I think Owen Wilson also voiced Lightning McQueen. So there we go. Next up, we have Cars 3 right here. This one has the short film Lou, rated G. This one has two shorts, a Toy Story Tunes Hawaiian Vacation and Cars Tunes Air Mater from the Mater's Tall Tales collection. This one's also rated G from 2017 and is 103 minutes long. Also doesn't give any cast information other than it does state on this one that Owen Wilson is indeed Lightning McQueen. So that's cool. Next up, we have some of Mater's Tall Tales here. This one includes Moon Mater, Mater Private Eye, Rescue Squad Mater, Mater the Greater, El Matador, Unidentified Flying Mater, Tokyo Mater, Heavy Metal Mater, and Monster Truck Mater. This collection is 38 minutes from, looks like 2010, and has a Canadian G rating. So this coming out in 2010, it looks like I need to back up a little bit to put it in between Cars 1 and Cars 2. Although I think I'm just going to leave it on the top after the trilogy to keep the trilogy cases together. Next up, we have Castaway with Tom Hanks. And who else is in this one? Helen Hunt is in this one as well. This is PG-13 from the year 2000 and 143 minutes long. Right here. That picture honestly looks like Leonardo DiCaprio. And when you turn it to the back, that is clearly Tom Hanks. Next up is a two cases in one. These are some war stories. Before I show the cases on the inside of this box, I'll read what the titles are from top to bottom, left to right, and see whatever information I can get off of here. Up first, we have Casablanca Express, set in 1942. Came out in 1989, is 84 minutes long and not rated for profanity and violence being present. Then next up we have The Cold War Killers from 1986 and 86 minutes long. not rated, but has profanity. And followed by A Yank in Libya with H.B. Warner. Don't know who H.B. Warner is, but okay. This one came out in 1942, is 66 minutes, and so far has been the first one to be in black and white. The other two are so far have been in color. And this one is not rated, nor does it have any information about what kind of content to expect in it, like profanity or whatever. Next up is Waterfront with John Carradine. This came out in 1944, is also in black and white and 64 minutes long. Not rated, but mentions that there is violence present. And then we have Commandos from 1968, which is in color for 98 minutes with another not rated violence warning. Then we have Eagles Attack at Dawn from 1970, which is 96 minutes in color and has another not rated violent warning. Hitler's SS, Portrait of Evil. Yeah, textbook evil right there. 1985 was its release year with 145 minutes in color, not rated for adult situations and violence. And then the last one listed here is in black and white from 1951 with 90 minutes, not rated with violence, and that is Go for Broke. Looks like these are all a bunch of World War II stories because a lot of these either call out the Nazis or the Cold War. It looks like one of them is the Cold War, but quite a few of these are Nazi World War II stories. Combined runtime of 729 minutes, black and white and color. As I just proved, or just read, none of the above are rated. Set that there for a moment. And these are the cases inside. So that's cool. And that is it for this particular video. We are at 1 hour and 2 minutes. So if you made it all the way through this video, the code word for this video is, is going to be the bucket list. So put the bucket list in capitalizations, capitalizing the T on the B on bucket, and the L on list, which will be in the description down below this video as well. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.